This is the Tornado V3, and it is a cube I really love, and today I'll be reviewing it. Let's get right into it. So here is an unopened flagship version. This is, I'm assuming, the version that people will get the most of, since the maglev isn't really needed. But it always does make your cube faster. I will be using the flagship for this one. So opening the box, of course, always super hard, but also super satisfying. It's also super satisfying just to see this. So before we take a look at the cube, we of course have to look at the accessories. I won't spend too long on this since I know most of you just want to get to the cube. So we have a card that is useless. I have like 10 of these now. That's a lie. I have 2. I'm going to be getting more probably since I love this cube. We have an awesome bag. I can't find where I put my other ones. Here's another. I love these bags because they're not soft. We have our adjustment tools, which I'll get into later. We have a cleaning cloth and a bunch of dumb stuff. So, on with the cube itself. It comes in a plastic hardshell case. Hardshell plastic case, whatever you want to say. It does come in plastic wrap, unfortunately, but it is also super satisfying to take off. Just listen. And it comes off clean like that. Like when I opened it, you don't have to do like all the weird stuff. It just came off. I know I'm making so many comments about plastic and stuff. The turning is nice, smooth, controllable, fast, and has great corner cutting compared to the V2. Where is this? Yeah, this is the one I already set up. I haven't lubed it yet, but it corner cuts better, slightly better than this one. Unless this came out of the box with a different setting, which it shouldn't. Corner cutting goes to about what you would expect for an X-Men cube. So we have line to line, almost. Reverse is great, especially considering the V2 would stop like right there. Gotta remember which one's which now. That one's the one I just opened. So the settings, I keep talking about them, let's get into them. So under the center cap, I love this. It's awesome. So you have this clear thing, which if you got the Pioneer, is probably something else, another color, maybe white. So there is a little lunchbox handle, like right here, that you can pull up. And if you turn clockwise, it changes the outside number, which is the spring compression. The higher the number, the more compressed the springs are, or the more stable it is, and the less flexible. And the inside number, you turn counterclockwise. I don't know why I put it down. You turn counterclockwise, and this changes the screw depth, which is corner cutting, amount of pops. The higher the number, the tighter it is. And if it's tighter, it's slower, but more stable, and has worse corner cutting. But when it's looser, it's a lot less stable, has better corner cutting, but increases the chance of pops and corner twists. So, this is not useless. This is for the magnet settings. This one is the most straightforward setting there is. So I don't know if you can see, it's not popping up on camera. I'm trying to get it to focus. But of course you can see this. There is a little plus sign right here and a minus sign over here. And you just put this in and turn which way you want to go. Minus is of course less magnet strength. Plus is of course more magnet strength. The cleaning cloth, I honestly don't even know what it's supposed to be for. We gotta get this to focus more. There we go. The cleaning cloth, I mean, it's a cleaning cloth. Overall, I sincerely love this cube, and let's do a solve, actually. And then after that, I'll set up this Tornado V3 with a Cosmic setup, because I really like the Cosmic setup too. And then that'll just be my dream cube. I'm looking through the camera for this. It is not going to be my average solve. Okay. Look ahead through the camera. It's not fun. I don't know why I chose to do that one. Guys, I averaged 12. It's the camera, not me. So I'm going to grab this Tornado V3, which is broken in, has little factory loops since I wiped most of it out, and we'll get straight into the setup. This is the way I hope that many of you will like to do it. So you'll need this tool at the end to change the magnet strength if I feel like it's too weak. You're going to need Nebula, Galaxy, Martian, and Lunar. So, of course, we want to go from thickest lube or slowest lube to the thinnest. Comet is an exception. That's a thick lube, so you do it first. We're not going to be lubing the core since there is no spring noise. Just listen. Compared to something like Meilong. There's a slight hint of string noise there, I'm sure of it. It's something there. So we're not going to be lubing the core. If you do want to, lube each center cap with 1 drop of Nebula. Under the center cap. Find the spring, lube that with 1 drop of Nebula. But the thing we're going to do is we're going to add 2 drops of Nebula over here, and 1 drop over here. And then just spread it around by just turning the cube a lot. This should make the cube slower and more gummier. More gummy, not more gummier. Once you feel like the lube is evenly spread around, you're going to take some Galaxy. This is where it starts feeling really smooth and controllable. 3 and 2. We don't want too much Galaxy. It should still be feeling pretty fast, but the noise should be dampened. So here's the one I just unboxed. And here's the one that we're lubing. This one has a ton of factory lube, so that's probably the explanation. But it's still pretty quiet compared to something like the Volk Elite, which has a really high-pitched sound. But it is quiet, but not low-pitched. This is low-pitched and quiet, which is good. Okay. Next, we're going to add 6 drops of Martian. Just right here because it's a thin lube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At the end, we may need Stardust if we want to speed it up even more. But the cube should feel faster, lighter, which is like it's easier to turn. It should just be feeling really nice. And then it should also be just a little bit slow, which is where our Lunar comes in. We're going to add it slowly just so that we don't over lube it and make it too fast. So 2 drops. Very smooth. 3, 4, 5 maybe, if that got in. And if it is still feeling not as smooth as you would like, which is the case for me, you just add 1 more drop. It should take care of it. Now, if you want your cube to be as fast as possible, add 3 drops of Stardust. You know what? Am I going to do that? Am I crazy enough? Who am I kidding? Yes, I am. I'm going to finish off this little big bottle of Stardust. I do have a few more bottles of Stardust. 1, 2, 3. Be careful not to add too much, because otherwise you're just going to have an insanely fast cube. Yes, much faster. Much better. Overall, great cube. I highly recommend this setup. Speed Cube Shop will not do it for you, unfortunately, but this setup is so smooth, so fast. You're going to have a really fun time cubing with this. Let's just take a moment to have the Unloop Tornado V3 sound test versus this. I know basically the same, but this one sounds more premium. Cubehead uses that term a lot, and I just think it's better. Let's compare it to the Cosmic XS. Really loud. This one's more premium. Sounds quiet. Okay, let's do 1 solve so that I can redeem myself. I cannot look ahead here. What the? One thing that might be affecting how I solve is where I hold the cube. I don't usually hold it here. I don't hold it here. I don't hold it here, or here, or here, or here, but here. Which is a long distance from here. So, don't judge me. It's the tripod in the way. I highly recommend this setup. If you can do it, if you are weird and you're a cubicle person, I'm looking at my friends here, then I don't know what to say. Be a Speed Cube Shop person.